been a really long time since I've been excited about a camera. About 4 years ago, has it been that long? 2016, yeah. About 4 years ago, I picked up a red Epic W. What was pretty much my dream camera and will probably be my go-to camera for a very, very long time. I'm pretty set, I'm pretty good. That thing's got 8K, it's got raw shooting, it's got a great image. I'm good for a while. So why am I excited about a camera? Well, as you guys probably have noticed, I haven't been cranking out many episodes of NextWaveDV. And this is primarily because we've been busy. We launched in arcades a couple years ago. We're expanding and adding an esports arena. Video production's been busy. COVID's kind of stopped that. My wife and I just sold our house. We're actually looking to build our own house, so we're renting right now. I got 3 kids. They take a lot of my attention. Lots going on. I'm sitting here doing a vlog on what may be my favorite kit I've ever had. It's a kit that fits in this bag. I'm not just talking about the camera. My key light here, my backlight up there, the microphone fits in this little bag. And it isn't just the fact that it's small. I have had small camera kits before. You guys have maybe seen some of my previous videos I did where I had an NEX7, where I had my A7S kit. They're all great cameras for their purpose, but they never made things easier. They just made things smaller. Anyways, the camera I'm talking about is the Sony ZV-1. This changes everything. Have a great day. I've heard it said that the best camera is the one that you have with you, and I strongly believe that. I think having a camera that's portable, small, easy to carry around is vitally important to being able to create content when you want to create content. You know, I want to be honest with you guys. I've always wanted to do kind of a vlogging style to NextWaveDV. Problem always was just having a camera that made it easy. Usually it's me talking to the camera like this and then throwing some B-roll over the top of it. Even for that, trying to shoot behind the scenes footage has always been a challenge as well, because either I'm using my camera that I would use for behind the scenes for B-roll. I did pick up a GoPro. Yay, GoPro. Well, except for the fact that image quality on this thing is okay at best. You know, when we're doing behind the scenes, that means behind the lights. It means behind everything. And the GoPro does not do well in poor lighting. It's not designed for that. It's designed for outdoors when you're strapping it to the end of your surfboard and going through the waves. But the ZV-1 has been having actually very impressive low light. It's not anywhere near my A7S, but the combination of that 1-inch sensor with an f1.8 lens it allows it to hold up a lot better behind the scenes than I've had before. Plus, having such amazing auto exposure and autofocus, I can hand this camera to any one of my crew and be confident I'm going to get something back that's usable. This autofocus is amazing. I can sit back here, I can come close to you, it's spot on. It's amazing. I can sit here, create content, I'm not thinking, I'm not looking at the monitor, I'm not hovering, I'm not popping the SD card into my computer, double checking focus. I mean, come on, that's amazing. All I'm doing is setting up a light, a backlight, a microphone, throw this on a tripod, hit record, let's go. The thing I love also about the ZV-1 is it's great for anybody that creates content.
So it's really kind of geared towards exactly
Jimmy.
what you guys are after.
And I'm going to interrupt Jimmy because we're going to talk about the ZV-1
All right.
because he's shooting with the ZV-1. There's the ZV-1 right there.
It's incredible.
Talk to my brother.
All right. I love this camera. I mean, you and I have been going back and forth on cameras since the Sony.
A lot of my cameras he's purchased.
Exactly.
NEX7 he bought, my FS100 he bought after I stopped using them. When you're trying to just spit out content.
Right. You don't want to be a technician.
Right.
Well, one thing for me that I've really enjoyed is the ability to take this thing, basically turn it on, and start talking to somebody. Mm-hmm. I've started a series now with the Jewelry Store Training Program where I call it the Story Series. I just sit down and talk with somebody, and my customers are loving it. I mean, this camera, it's a workhorse, it does the job, and it makes it painfully easy for me. Just turn it on and go. In fact, I take it everywhere with me. And this weekend, I set the camera up. I was singing for a wedding, set the camera up on a tripod, and I had my little remote control here, and it was just, I sit down and play the piano and touch my remote. It's just perfect. Perfect for me.
It's a lot less obtrusive too. Like you're not constantly having this big camera in your face. Like people are more warm to a smaller point and shoot style camera than they are to a big beefy production style camera.
It's less threatening. I guess that's the word, threatening.
Yeah. All right, thanks, Jimmy.
All right, see you later.
Okay, so earlier you heard me gushing about how much I can fit into this kit. Well, now it's time for me to break it down for you. First up, we have the neoprene case that I use for the Sony ZV-1. I'm shooting with the ZV-1 right now, so it's obviously not in here, but this keeps it from getting banged around. Also, I just want to throw it in my pocket. I've got a case for it. I've got this Numoa charger along with 2 extra batteries. This is also a double-sided charger that charges via USB. Now, even though the ZV-1 is definitely going to be my new go-to vlogging camera, you can't beat having a small little gimbal in your kit. The ZV-1 really has amazing image stabilization, but you can't beat a dedicated gimbal like the Osmo Pocket. This thing is butter smooth and incredibly compact. I mean, come on. It's like the size of a pack of gum. Doesn't even take up any room in this kit. Audio is vitally important to a good camera kit. And for that, I have the Rode Wireless Go kit. The microphone that's built into the Wireless Go is actually really, really good. But if you don't want to see that on your person when you're recording, you can plug in an external lavalier microphone, which is actually what I have hooked up to the camera right now. Now, I don't have just one microphone in this kit. I have 2. This is the Sony ECM-W1M. And what makes this unique for an audio kit is it actually has a hot shoe attachment and can attach to most Sony cameras. And I can attach this directly to the ZV-1, and then this works as a wireless lavalier kit. One thing that's nice about this is it switches over to full auto for the camera. So I like using this when I just need to be completely run and gun. I can't look at levels, you know, super intense scenarios where you cannot even pay attention. So I can plug this in and I get really, really good results off of this. We have the dead cat attachment. So I use this almost always whenever I'm recording onboard audio on the camera. Now we got camera, we got audio. I also have lighting in here. So this is the LumaCube Air, and this is what I use for my backlight. It's actually magnetic on the back and fully waterproof. And you just pop the button right there. Gets very, very bright. It has 4 different settings for brightness. My main go-to key light is right here. This is the Bowling Vlogger light. And I've been very skeptical at small little LED lights like this in the past. I have several in my kit that I've kind of never used because they're so tiny and they don't put out much light. This thing throws out a ton of light. It also has a lot of really great controls to it. It's got this OLED screen on the back that lets you see exactly what your current levels are. It is a bicolor light, but not only that, it is an RGB light. It also has a bunch of different color mode settings. But what I use it the most for is it's a great bright key light that I can throw through a softbox. I'm a big fan of the diffuse softboxes because they pop down to a very small size and they expand out to a really, really solid softbox. All I have to do is put one on the Bowling Vlogger, and that is the key light that I use for these videos. Last but not least, in the side pouch of the camera bag, I've got this little Sony tripod remote control unit that you can get as a kit with the ZV-1. I highly recommend it. Usually I'm not into these little mini tripod stands, but because it has this remote control, and I can turn it on right now, and you can see I can zoom in and zoom out. I've got start, stop, a lot of different functionalities in here. This is just really handy, and of course it pops out into a little tripod. So love this little thing. It is totally worth it. There's also a ratcheting option right there, so when you push this button down, it quickly goes. Push the button here and it rotates, so you don't have to loosen it, rotate it, rescrew it. It's just a very, very fast option. Really great for doing kind of selfie mode and then flipping it around if you're going to shoot somebody else. Well, there you go. Lights, camera, and audio all fit in this amazingly tiny little camera bag. Of course, I'll have links to everything mentioned in this video in the description below. So that's the kit. I'm starting to carry with me oftentimes everywhere I go because I'm being challenged to look for new stories and opportunities to vlog something either for NextWaveDV or even starting a new family vlog called Virtual Reality. After being a commercial director and cinematographer for over 10 years and being so focused on getting the perfect script with the perfect lighting, with the perfect scene, the perfect talent, I find the challenge of hunting for story and allowing kind of organic moments to happen to be a lot of fun. And I'm hoping that it will challenge me to be a better storyteller over time. So that's it. This wasn't really a review. I just want to give my thoughts because I'm excited about a camera, and it's been a really long time since I've been excited about a camera.